In this episode, we explore the capabilities of ChatGPT for statistical analysis. We ran a paired t-test in ChatGPT and we compared the results of ChatGPT to the results obtained by running the same test in SPSS and Stata. Remember, in a paired t-test, we have repeated measurements about the same participants. Like we can see here, we have pre-test scores obtained before a training and then post-test scores obtained after a training, and we want to see whether the training significantly improved the participants' performance. We started with ChatGPT, we went to SPSS, then to Stata. So let's see what we got. So we jumped straight into ChatGPT, then we uploaded our file, the paired t-test Excel file, and then we gave it a prompt. We wanted it to run, we specified the variables, and we wanted it to run a paired t-test, give us the assumptions, and also give us outputs, relevant outputs, and give us how we can report the results in standard APA format. So it started running and analyzing our dataset using the prompt we have provided it. It took some little time to give us the results, but it was worth it. So we looked at here, it started with giving us the null and alternative hypotheses that are being tested under the paired t-test, the three assumptions that one should first test for. You see that assumption 1 for being continuous and having paired observations, they were passed. But the third one, it could not do that because it actually suggested what we can use. Then descriptive table having means, standard deviations, and the numbers. We also have here the t-statistic and the p-value, which shows that it's statistically significant. Then how we can report these results in APA format. So that's what ChatGPT was able to give us. It was now time to run the same test in SPSS. So we opened our SPSS. Then in SPSS, we imported our Excel data. Then we specified, my data was in downloads. I had to look for where my downloads are. Then I specified the name of my dataset, which was paired t-test. There it is. I clicked on it and then click open. So SPSS went ahead to open my Excel dataset into to run the test. So there is a dialog box where I have to specify where my first row contains the variable's name. I had to make sure it is ticked, and all the others are also ticked, those that are applicable. Then I click OK. So SPSS opens my dataset here. You can see opens through variable view, but I click on data view to see the variables. We have the pre-test and post-test here. So it is time to run the paired t-test, through analyze, then compare means, and then select paired t-test. In this dialog box, we specified the paired variables. So we have pre-test selected, I put it there. Even the post-test variable, I pushed it there using the arrow. I explored the options, nothing else to add here. Just click continue. And then click OK. Moment of truth. Here is the output. I just pushed this aside so that I can have both windows visible. You can see that, yes, we started with the means, the summary statistics, 62.82, which is the same value this side. And the ChatGPT has 2 decimal points. For post-test, we also have a similar value here. The numbers are 40, which is also the N we are seeing in SPSS. The standard deviations, the values that are given by ChatGPT, same values given by SPSS. Okay. Here, so if we go to the T statistic and the p-value, ChatGPT is giving us 6.36 here. If we also look at SPSS, I had to adjust a bit so that we can see everything. Yeah, scroll a bit, then you can see your t-value in that paired samples t-table. ChatGPT we've seen the value. It is also here. We've seen it is the same value. When it comes to so basically the important ones, the outputs are so far matching in ChatGPT and SPSS. The difference is that SPSS has got extra statistics that has given us like confidence intervals. But so far so good. We have the same outputs or the same analysis in ChatGPT and SPSS. It is now time we looked at what Stata would give us. By opening Stata, we also started by importing our data. Import Excel into Stata. We had to browse where our data set is in downloads, and also type in our name to quickly get where our data set is. It is there. We clicked OK, open. Then we had to tick the first box to tell Stata that our variables are in the first row. Yeah, we can browse to see our data set in Stata. So it is time to now run the analysis by going to statistics, summaries, test of hypothesis, and then we go to t-tests. We click on it, and in this dialog box we had to pick the paired t-test, and the dialog boxes came here. We specify our variables, then we click OK. And here is our output from Stata. So it is time to compare it with what we obtained from ChatGPT. We also adjusted a bit so that we can be able to see. Starting from up, we can see our variables, the descriptive statistics. We have 40 participants, just as we saw in ChatGPT. The means, what we have in ChatGPT is the same, what we have in Stata. Then the null hypothesis, which says that means difference is 0. It is the same hypothesis that it has given us up here. Mean difference is 0. The alternative, mean is not equal to 0, which is also here in Stata. So we can now look at the tests, the paired t-test statistic. You see the value is here, and we also see the same value obtained there in Stata. The beauty here is that ChatGPT was even able to write for us the results compared to our SPSS and Stata, so it deserves its flowers there. So guys, what do you think? We've run the test, and ChatGPT, SPSS, and Stata. So far, everything is at the same, is giving us the same results. Do you think ChatGPT can replace Stata and SPSS, given the limitations here that through one command I've reached the analysis limit? I have to wait until tomorrow to be able to analyze again. But if you have paid versions, I think this can give you more room for analysis. So far, not so bad with ChatGPT 5 as far as analysis is concerned. That's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos on how to harness AI for our data analysis. See you in the next episode.